How to conquer your lust forever. How to conquer your lust forever. This is all you need to do. One, you have to understand where the source comes from. You have to understand your lustful nature. Why are you lustful? For me, I fell into lust early in life, like a lot of us do. I started watching porn when I was 8 years old. I watched porn for years, like all the way up in middle school, high school, literally just for years, draining my dopamine. And it wasn't until high school was over and I started to phase out of this addiction that a new set of challenges came to place. I started hitting the gym, I started working out, got a job, started making money, and all of a sudden, my lustful pursuit turned into the real world, turned into having sex with women. And, I did this for years. I had mentors and people around me that aided my lustful behavior, persuaded me to continue on, and I did a lot of dirty things that I shouldn't have done, right? And I'm talking, with other, guys that had girlfriends and stuff like that I'm not proud of at all. But after years of being in this vice and understanding that, none of the sex or none of the external validation was feeding my soul, was actually giving me purpose in life. And it really started to make me shift out of this lustful way of thinking. Now, the way to conquer your lust, right? Because lust is like the level 100 boss. If you guys have ever played like Super Smash Bros. Melee, like Final Destination, that's like the final spot with the level 100 boss. That's what lust is. And you're not going to defeat lust, but you can conquer it within yourself, right? Like you can run away from it and fill in the time that you spend, whether it's watching porn, whether it's masturbating, whether it's meeting up with women and having sex. You can fill in your time. And that's what I found with myself is that, if you are on a mission, a journey right now to make more money, to move up in this life, that should be your sole mission. You should fill in every single second, every single minute of your day that works towards that goal, whatever action it is. You see on social media nowadays, people popularize building a business, becoming an entrepreneur. Now, if you have it inside of you, I encourage everybody to become an entrepreneur. I encourage everybody to become a business owner. But you guys have to understand that people that truly make it in this life and they are successful in their business, these people are putting every single ounce of effort and blood, sweat, and tears and every single piece of their mind into that business. And if you are unwilling to do that, then entrepreneurship, being a business owner, probably is not for you. And to be honest, I did not even know if it was for me. I still don't know if it's for me, but I know what it's like working for somebody else. I know what it's like to be in the corporate world. I know what it's like to have my own business. I know what it's like to be a contractor. And from my life experience, I want to be an owner. So I have to be willing to make any sacrifice for that to happen. And the biggest thing I had to get away from me was lust. In this channel, I speak all of the fucking time about destroying your vices, right? getting rid of the weed, getting rid of the alcohol, getting rid of the women, getting rid of the consumption, get anything that is taking you away from your purpose. You have to get rid of that. This is the only way you will truly be able to conquer your lust, where you're so busy, you're so caught up in something, your passion, your purpose, your mission, that you don't even have time to think about lust. We've all heard the old saying, an idle mind is the devil's playground. If you are just working your 40 hours a week, or you're just going to school, you guys have so much fucking time, and all of that time you are going to waste on vices, on bullshit that's going to destroy your life. You have to have a purpose beyond that. Now, if you're watching this right now too, and let's say you have a job or a career that you actually really love and you see a future in, and you still have a lot of time, and you don't want to create a business, you don't want to start making content, you don't want to pursue any type of money-making vehicle past that, you still have to fill in that time. And a lot of you guys just simply need to add in activities and things that you guys want to do in this life. It could be something like fucking playing tennis, or learning how to go into a drawing course and learning how to draw, learning how to paint, going on nature walks. There's 1,000 different things that you guys can do. A lot of the shit's for free, and you just have to fill up your schedule and actually go do shit. When I used to be addicted to my vices, and I was smoking all the time, and I was, addicted to women, that was my main priority outside of work, outside of working out. That was my main priority. So a lot of life I did not live because I was always caught up in these vices. You guys ever seen the old granny at nature park, and she's just walking around taking pictures, just enjoying her time because she's not addicted to BS vices. She's not addicted to bullshit. You ever seen the older people where they're constantly doing shit? Because even older people, they need something to look forward to. They need something to do. They need something to do. You have 112 hours in a week if you sleep 8 hours a night. You have 112 hours. You need to put that time into something. This is the only way that you will conquer lust. Because lust will always be there. The drugs will always be there. The vices will always be there. You have to fill in that time. You have to give yourself purpose. You have to find your purpose. And if you do not feel called to do anything in this life, you have to fill in that time with not cheap dopamine hits, not drugs, not going to the bar, not going to the clubs, but actually going to do shit. Like I said, learning a skill, anything that you can learn, anything that's new, anything that you can progress in. That's what you have to fill in that time with. And this is the only way to conquer lust, because if you just sit around, even if you work 40 hours a week, even if you work out 5-6 times a week, you still need to do more. You need more fulfillment in your life. Go to your local church. Even if you're not religious, go to your local church and see, are there ways that you can, help out at the church with events or whatever they need. See how you can be of use in this life. Go make yourself useful. This is the only way to conquer lust. And I promise you guys, when you actually do, and you stop bullshitting with yourself, and you stop acting like this is not an issue, you will feel 1,000 times better. Guys, I quit my vices this year. I destroyed my vices. Because I could not sit in these vices, in this cope anymore, and act like I was okay. I couldn't do it. So, now I share my story on YouTube. I'm doing Instagram reels now. I just started working on that. And again, like, I'm passionate about this, not only because I've been through this, but I've been a coach. I've been a personal trainer since I was 20 years old. I'm passionate about helping people. That's why I do what I do. But don't just do this shit and say, oh, well, I saw Johnu and he's a coach and now I want to be a coach. You have to actually love to see people's transformations and be in the fucking trenches with them and actually help them get to where they need to be. You actually have to love that process or you will not like being a coach. So this is my take on how to conquer your lust. Guys, conquer your lust, conquer your vices, move on with your life, get away from all the cheap dopamine, all the BS around you. And I promise you, you will feel 1,000 times better and you will actually start living life. This is Johnu the Only. I'm sending blessings always. Peace.